What's going on YouTube? It's JLV86 here again. I wanted to show y'all a couple things. I got two Glocks. One of them I've had, one of them is brand new. So I kind of wanted to run some things by y'all and show y'all what I have going on. The first one is one that y'all seen before. It's my Glock 43. I do have a magazine inserted. However, there are not any rounds in the chamber. So the reason I want to show you guys this, I'm going to put this magazine back. This is my first pistol that I did with different colors, different, black and red, really, everything else I have is solid black, and you'll see that it's in all my pistols is black and red. But I wanted to show you all the updates. I have 3 or 4 new parts that I've got since the last video that I made, and it's made a pretty big difference as far as aesthetics and the way this gun handles and functions. So I know we talked about other things in the past. I'll try to remember to go over some of the things that I have on here already. So if y'all have any questions, you kind of know what's already on this pistol. So we'll go over the things I've already done. Starting off very small, I color filled the lettering on the 43 in red. I have an Arachna slide grip right here. I went through Hive Technologies, and I have the mag release in red, the slide plate in red, and the trigger in red, which we'll get to in a little while. My base plates are Terran Tactical. I don't have nothing against Hive Technologies base plates, but I'm just a huge fan of the Terran Tactical base plates, so that's what I run. On the inside, I do have a ghost connector, and here recently I also installed a new guide rod, which is going to be real hard to see, but it's a stainless steel guide rod just to help with some of that recoil. I don't shoot this that much that I'm worried about the stock guide rod melting or malfunctioning on me, but it's a fairly inexpensive upgrade, so I figured why not. The other thing I did was I added the TLR6, amazing little light. For those of you who don't know, it's a laser and a light. You can do combo, or you can do one or the other. I'm not a big laser fan, so I just run the light on it, but like I said, it's a very awesome product. Another thing that I did recently after the guide rod was putting in that Hive trigger that I was talking about. Like I said, we're clear. This thing is a lot flatter than your stock trigger that comes on there. You still have your safety right there on the inside. It looks good, it handles well. Because it's flatter, I feel like I have a better purchase on the trigger here. If you hear that, not much as far as there's no play in it, the same way there is in the stock one. And there's your reset, very clean, crisp reset. Like I said, so far I love it. I went through, I believe the website was called Grab a Gun, and it's a Silencer Co barrel. So it's a Silencer Co threaded barrel, as you can see right there, it's threaded. And obviously I added a compensator there on the front. The compensator is through, it's Texas Black Rifle Company. They're based out of here in Texas where I live. Awesome little compensator, it's just a little mini comp. These guns, obviously, if you've shot a Glock 43, they're very snappy, very, they kick a lot as far as up and down. They obviously aren't going to have a lot of recoil. It's only a 9mm, so you're not going to have a big push back, but every time you fire rounds, you do have that nice little kick. The guide rod weighs that down. It takes up some of that recoil, as well as this compensator. You have cuts only right there on the top, which is going to be a little bit hard to see. You have cuts there on the top, just little grooves on the side. And then down here at the bottom, I don't know if y'all can see that, it has the company logo. So pretty discreet, doesn't stand out too much, it's not too eccentric, but like I said, it is a awesome piece to have on there. I'm running True Glow fiber optic sights, and I have a Talon grip. This is the really gritty sandpaper version. Nothing against that grip, whatever, or whatsoever, but when I'm holding it, it's awesome. I can shoot all day. It doesn't slip. It doesn't slide. It's just very perfect grip. However, when I have this in my holster, I appendix carry with this, and my shirt gets hung up on this. I mean, it's just always, I'm always having to readjust my shirt. It doesn't print too much, but my shirt does catch on it. I guess essentially that's what it was meant to do. So it works, but if at all possible, it works too good because it grabs everything. But like I said, that's my Glock 43. I kind of just wanted to run this by y'all real quick, show y'all my 4 upgrades that I didn't have in the last video: trigger, guide rod, barrel, and compensator. I don't think I had the light. I'm not 100% sure, but if not, then obviously I added the light as well. So awesome product. Next I'll be going over in another video. I'm gonna go over the holster that I carry with this, and I'll show y'all where I got it and stuff. I kind of want to dedicate that, make my own its own video, so y'all can see what kind of holsters I use and where I get them. Local guy here is who I get them from, really good buddy of mine. I give him a lot of work, and he is just amazing on all the stuff that he's come up with. So like I said, that's my Glock 43. This is my everyday carry. A little bit too much for some people, but for me it's perfect, you know. So the other thing I wanted to go over was I got another pistol recently. I want to start doing some kind of competition shooting. So I wanted a bigger Glock. I have the 27, the 43 as my personal Glocks, but I didn't have a full-size Glock. So I went ahead and I picked up this. It's a Gen 4. It's a Glock 17C, and what I like about it is Glock is now making Glocks here in the USA, so it's stamped USA instead of Austria. For all the Glock guys out there that know, we know where Glocks come from and where they're made. But it's C, and what that C stands for is compensated. It already has the slits here in the slide as well as in the barrel. The way this one has a compensator on it, obviously aftermarket, to help with some of that recoil, this gun comes factory with those, you know, slits already in it, so you don't have to worry about adding a compensator. Now you still can add a compensator, but this does a pretty good job as far as compensating this pistol. Same thing as the last one. I do have a magazine with rounds in it, however it's clear. One thing I've done, or a couple things I've done, because I've only had this pistol for a couple of days now, was I'm a huge fan of those Talon grips, so I added Talon grips on this one. I learned from the first one, which is the gritty sandpaper, and I went with the rubberized version. And I gotta tell you, I love this rubberized version way better than I like that gritty sandpaper one. So if you're trying to decide on what you want, I highly recommend the rubberized version over the grit sandpaper one. It doesn't slide, doesn't go anywhere. It's just as effective as the other one, but when I carry this one, it's not getting caught up on my clothes. It's not, you know, getting unnecessary lint and just random little things that the other one gets on it. Another thing that I added is this is by Zev Tactical. It's a Gen 4 9mm mag release, so it's not too much bigger than the factory one, but this one is stainless steel. It's got a lot better grip on it than the stock Glocks come with. And if you haven't already noticed, another big thing is this trigger. So this is a CMC trigger. SHOT Show this year, CMC came out with this trigger for Glocks. So if you look up CMC, they make amazing triggers for AR-15s. Now they're starting to make them for Glocks. Right now they only have them for full-size Glocks, but starting next year, I believe, they're going to start making them for the 42s, 43s. If I didn't already have the Hive Technologies trigger, I probably would throw that one in my 43, but you know, we'll see how it goes. This trigger, I'll let you listen to it. Clean, crisp, not a lot of play in it. The reset is very nice. No play in that reset at all. It's a quick reset. I have a Zev trigger connector on the inside to go with this. Oh, I'm sorry, not the. Yeah, sorry, the Zev trigger connect to go with the CMC trigger. It doesn't make a huge difference, with the exception of that reset. When I pulled the trigger with just the CMC trigger with all the factory parts in it, and with that Zev connector in there, it felt about the same. However, that reset felt like it reset quicker. It could just be me, I'm not 100% sure, but I do know that I love it. I love the way it feels. Just like my Hive Technologies trigger, it's a lot wider. You get a lot better purchase on it. You still have your safety right here on the inside. But like I said, once you get past that safety and you're on that trigger, not a lot of play in it. This is your typical CMC trigger. It's not curved like your normal Glock triggers are. It's, you know, your up and down vertical trigger. I love it. The other thing I have coming is I have a base plate coming from, I believe it's Duke Defense. I may be pronouncing that wrong, but it's Duke Defense. It has backup iron sights already on it. And I have a Vortex Viper coming. I'm going to put a red dot on this. Once that's on, oh, I also have a mag well coming. It's not your very expensive mag wells. This is already, you know, cost a decent amount of money as far as getting this and putting it together. So I'm trying to save money where I can. So the mag well that I have coming is going to be from the Glock store. It's their polymer mag well. It's probably about $30–$35. Everything I read, everything I've looked at, it handles just as well as, you know, let's just say your Magpul magwells or your Zev magwells. It's pretty much the same product. It's going to get that magazine in there. It's going to help you, you know, get it in there, find it easier. Later on, I do have plans of putting stainless steel or a tungsten guide rod, depending on how often I plan on shooting, and then minor upgrades from there. But I at least wanted to show you guys this. Like I said, CMC trigger, awesome little trigger, 17C. I mean, it's just beautiful, beautiful gun. I have more plans coming. Hopefully within the next couple weeks, I'll be uploading more videos as far as the progress of this gun. And I'm sorry I didn't upload one earlier so y'all could see it stock and then the progress as I went. But I was too anxious to get stuff on this gun already. So this is where we are. This is a starting point as far as right now. And then, like I said, I'll let y'all know as we add more. So again, thanks for watching, guys. If you like the video, like it, subscribe. I have more videos coming. There'll be more videos of me shooting. I've added some stuff to the cannon, so I'll do another video on that. And I plan on doing a video specifically on Kydex, which is just all the holsters that I carry, mostly inside the waistband, but I do have a couple outside the waistband holsters, handcuff holders, different stuff like that. I'll show y'all where I get them from. This way, if y'all want something, y'all can order one too. All right, thanks, guys.